Okay, let's start with 12 chains. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12, and make a slip stitch into the first chain. Okay, like this. And now we have our loop in which we're going to start around 1, chain 3, and inside this loop we have to make 23 double crochets. Two and 23. To finish this round, make a slip stitch into the third chain. Here's the initial chain, the chain 3 that we made. Here's the first, the second and the third stitch. Go there and make a slip stitch. For round 2, we're going to make 1 double crochet in each of these stitches separated by chain 1. So to start, make 4 chains, 4, and then 1 double crochet into the next stitch, which is this stitch right here. Chain 1 and 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Okay, repeat the same, and I'll wait for you at the end of the round to finish it together. Okay, so I'm at the end of the round. I made the last double crochet. Now chain 1, and to finish the round I'm going to make a slip stitch into the third chain. Here is the initial chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here into the third chain, make a slip stitch, and you should have total of 24 double crochets here. Okay, let's start round 3. Chain 12, okay, now in each of these chains we are going to make a slip stitch starting from the second chain from the hook. Here's the first one, here's the second. 1 slip stitch in each chain. And then slip stitch into the chain where the chain 12 came from, here at the base. Also 1 slip stitch. Now chain 3 and turn. We're going to work again in these stitches, and we have to make 12 double crochets in each of them. They might be a little tight, so you have to be patient. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, do the same thing until you get 12 double crochets. You should do the 12 double crochets. The next step is to make 12 chains again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, like this. Then turn again, and into the next stitch above the double crochet, make a slip stitch like this. Here how it's looking so far. From here we have chain 3, and then we are turning again, and now we are going to work around this chain. Here we have to make 12 double crochets again, but we're not gonna do them in each of these chains. We are going to make them around the chains. This way it's easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, like this. Then we have chain 12 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. We're turning again the work, and into the next stitch. And here is very important, we're not working into the chain space or into the chain here. We are working only in the stitch above the double crochets. So into the next stitch, again slip stitch, and then chain 3 and turn, and around this chain we are going to make again 12 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, from here on the steps are the same. Repeat them until you reach the end of the round, and I'll wait for you there. Okay, let me show you how to finish the round. So I just did the last 12 double crochets here, and we have to connect this part with this part here. So chain 3 like this, then turn like this, and here in the corner insert the hook and make a slip stitch, and then chain one and turn again, and then we'll continue with the next round. And this is how it looks so far. So let's continue with round 4. Make a slip stitch into the chain space and then chain 8. 8. Then go into the next chain space and make 1 single crochet like this. Chain 8 again, into the next chain space, 1 single crochet, chain 8, into the next chain space, 1 single crochet, and these are the steps. Repeat them until you reach the end, and I'll wait for you there. So I'm at the end of the round. Here you can see the slip stitch that we made at the beginning. Now chain 8, 7, 8, and make slip stitch into the slip stitch from the beginning of the round. Okay, like this. Okay, let's start round 5. Chain 1 and make a slip stitch into the next chain space, then chain 1 again and 1 slip stitch again in the same around the same chain. We're doing this so we can move more towards the middle of the chain here. Okay, so now we have chain 8, 6, 7, 8, and 1 single crochet into the next chain space like this. Chain 8 again, 6, 7, 8, and 1 single crochet into the next chain space, chain 8, and 1 single crochet into the next chain space. Okay, repeat the same steps and I'll wait for you at the end. Finish the round the same way as the previous with a slip stitch into the second slip stitch. So if you remember, at the beginning we made a slip stitch, chain 1 slip stitch. This slip stitch, make it into the second one from the beginning. Yeah, okay. Round 6 is absolutely the same as round 5. We're going to start with chain 1, slip stitch into the next chain space, chain 1, and slip stitch into the next chain space, and from here chain 8, 1 single crochet into the next chain space, chain 8, one single crochet into the next chain space, chain 8, and 1 slip stitch into the next chain space. And finish the round the same way as the previous one. Slip stitch into the second slip stitch from the beginning. And this is how it looks so far. We have one more row to go. Okay, let's start row 7. Chain 1, and now we're going to be working around this chain here. Make 4 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then chain 4, and we're going to make a slip stitch into the chain where the chain came from. So here is this chain, go into it and make a slip stitch like this, and then continue with 4 single crochets. And 4. Okay, like this. So we're moving on to the next chain space. Go directly there and make again 4 single crochets, 3 and 4, chain 4, and then slip stitch into the base of the chain like this, and then 4 single crochets. Okay, let's do one more together, going right into the next chain space with 4 single crochets, 3, then 1, 2, 3, 4 chains, slip stitch into the base of the chain, and 4 more single crochets. Okay guys, repeat these steps in each of the chain spaces, and I'll see you at the end of the round. Okay, to finish the round, just simply make a slip stitch into the first single crochet which we made right here, and you're done. You can just chain 1, cut off the yarn. Okay, so when you turn it, this is the right side. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!